Hey there, friendlies. Let me just make sure I've got sound, which I kind of wish I'd thought about earlier. Scarlet USB. Did we get any? No, we're not. Are we? Yes. Yes, we are getting sound. Okay, good. Hey, Simon, comment ça va? I'm representing for our buddy LT tonight. Oh, man, I almost didn't make it. We were just upstairs yapping about stuff, and then I realized I only had like 3 minutes to get down here. But anyways, LT, hey, how's it going? Wood Pigeon, welcome to the live stream again, mister. I'm still loving this windlass I got for my buck saw. Hey, Serge. All the buddies. Hey, Outdoors here. Bonsoir, mes amis, he said. Bonsoir, des amis. Bonsoir. Mon nom, c'est Outdoor d'Aubert. Oh, and Wood by Right is starting something right now, of course. So, how's everyone doing? Anyone got any great news to share? Anyone got any good new stuff? Excuse me. Hey, who's going to keep track of the sneezes? Because I had a rough St. Patrick's weekend, so I'm a little sick. Jill is headed this way? Like for a couple of days on vacation or for work? Probably for work, eh? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so anyone got any cool new gear or anything to talk about? So, I'm fixing the shop and tanning some hides. Do you do Wood Pigeon? Do you do veg tan? Do you do brain tan? What do you? Hey, Zach. Jill's for work. Yeah. So what kind of tanning do you do? I should get like a hide off of you because I want to get started in leather work. But man, brain tan, yeah. So when you brain tan, do you actually use brain, or is that like a term for something that used to use brain and now uses something else? It's weird. Like I know I'm not looking at the camera, but I'm trying to keep up with the conversation. Yeah, I don't know anything really about Princess Auto. I know a lot of guys in the rest of the country get stuff from them all the time, but I don't know. The subject for tonight was actually suggested by Outdoor, but he wants to talk about outdoor cooking. I also want to talk about having survived the St. Patrick's Week slaughter. Yeah, I have a hard time with brains, so I wouldn't mind trying veg tanning, but you know what? Hold on. So yeah, I had a big weekend, which is why I didn't get a video out. Working on making leather sheaths for your axes. Got the the LK35 had arrived, eh? I was just listening to the Trial by Fire the Trial by Fire podcast today. Zed Outdoors was interviewed on their latest episode. So instead of just listening to that, I just downloaded their very first episode and started at the beginning. And one of them has an LK35. Like those things are everywhere in the UK and stuff. Where the hell are my beverages? Oh, there. What was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know how you guys did everyone have a good St. Patrick's? Serge is probably right next to the Lee Valley. Hey, Robin. LT has just sent me a picture of what he's drinking tonight, I imagine. What's everyone drinking? Oh, Moralité. Tabernacle. Come on, fool. This is like the funniest thing ever. There we go. Ish. Boom. That's by Dieu du ciel. Yeah, everyone have a good St. Patrick's weekend. I had to take the day off yesterday because of St. Patrick's weekend. It's a lucrative weekend for guys in bands like me, but it's not a good weekend. It's not an enjoyable weekend. None of us do it for the love of the music on this weekend. Between Friday night, like 8 on Friday, and 2 in the morning on Sunday, we gigged for 26 hours. 12 of those were on Sunday. We did 2 to 2. Yesterday, I hated life. I just stayed in bed, called in sick. God damn it. And I'm still evidently not doing so great. But, I should do a mini series on surviving St. Patrick's. Like, go like full survivalist and prepper. This is, you got to have a cup of beer in your rucksack just in case, a drunkard attacks you. And, stuff like that. That would be funny, eh? I'll do it for St. Patty's next year. Hold on. Savage is also sending me what he's drinking, I think. Sleeman, steeped coffee ale. Wait. Steeped coffee ale. Let's see if I can make that picture a little bigger. I don't know why he's got electrical tape next to it, but... Sleeman used to be a microbrew. Let me see. Dauber will be drinking tea in a bit. Got some new ones, and tea is a good drink. Tea is a good drink. I have some beer, but as always, for after the beer, I got me some tea, which I will put over here so that I don't forget about it this time. So I don't know. Is it time for me to show what I got? What? Smirnoff Ice Raspberry. Yikes. Sorry, I'm sorry to hear that, Holmes. Oh, yeah, Steph, my desk is a mess as well. It's funny. Oh. Talk amongst yourselves. It's funny because I was keeping this place down here real clean. And then just this past week in the run-up to St. Patty's, where the only thing I cared about was not sucking on bass, I really let everything sort of slip. So I'm having a Bose from the Wild Oats series. This is called the Astromancer. It's Gruy à la Sauge. So it's a gruet. A sage gruet. And it is 600 mil, and it's 5.7%. So, not too heavy. It's a lot of it, though. It says it's strong beer, but it's 5.7. I guess technically anything over a 5 is considered strong beer, but the Astromancer. I don't know what the hell I was talking about before I started talking about beer. Kill surprise. Saranac glass again, of course. Thank you, Rob. I do love that glass. It's because it's got like a lake and a forest on it. It's like the most Bushcraft glass I own, aside from the my Cooksa, which is somewhere. Oof, look at that color, boys and girls. Anyone on? No. Oh yeah, there's my mom. Hi. Mom's having cold water. Look at that color, folks. Grew it, huh? I'll let you know what I think. Oh, smells nice. Oh, it smells. You can really smell the sage. If outdoor sage, you can smell the sage. You can smell the sage. Oh, you can taste it too. Wow. Man, those boys and girls at Bose, they know how to do it, man. So in preparation for tonight's discussion, aside from the fact that I've survived St. Patty's and feel terrible, is about bush cooking, thanks to Outdoor Dauber. So I've assembled a few things. I don't have a massive outdoor cooking setup, but I've got a few things that sometimes get used and sometimes don't. The Outdoors already retracted a message. Nice to see. Oh wow, that is so sagey. Is it too sagey? I guess leaving a little bit of bitterness there. I mean, you know, Astromancer. No, it's not. It's not too sagey. It's like the more I drink it, the heavier the sage becomes. No, it's not Sergi. Sagey. Hold on. Serge is sending me photos. Yeah, you need to clean that desk, Holmes. You and I were soul brothers. Hey, you got 2 monitors, man. You got a 2-monitor setup. Oh yeah, you used to be a graphic designer like I was. Now, that actually brings us up to something interesting. Well, I think it's interesting, but it's also kind of stressful. As of this weekend's gigage, I now have enough money in these envelopes to build myself a new computer. So the video editing will be much faster and less accident prone once that happens. And as I said in an earlier live stream, I'm definitely doing the Hackintosh thing. I'll dual boot it into Windows for gaming, but I mean, that's all I ever use Windows for. Hold on a sec. Cooking is such a fad. Forget about cooking. Just have it all raw. Ugh, Simone, yuck. I'll be right back. Nothing like nothing like botulism, you know. Zach, you'll send me a copy? Yeah, because I don't think I want to pay for that game, but I do kind of want to try it. Purely because I'm like an OG Fallout player, like right back from the first game. The top down, was it isometric? Fallout 2 was definitely better than Fallout 1. And then Fallout 3, when it came out, I thought, really? But then I had to play it to review it. And I fell for it in a big, big way. You know what, Zach? I should find that review and send you a clipping. Have we emailed each other? I think we have. I'll send you my review when I can find it, because, man, Fallout's post-apocalypse is my jam. That's the thing. You know, like I loved A Boy and His Dog, and which is part of the reason I loved Fallout 3 so much, because it kind of had that A Boy and His Dog feel to it, you know? Wood Pigeon's back. Outdoor, I could buy more than one Il Royale with that money, but I need to replace this machine. Like, I'll turn this into a family machine, and I'll get my video editing machine up and going. So why don't we get on to tonight's conversational topic? Thank you, Outdoor, for bringing it up. In fact, since Outdoor is the one who wanted to talk about this, why don't we start with Outdoor? What? Oh, that's fine, Wood Pigeon. That's all right. Zach, I don't have a PS4 yet. We're going to replace our TV this year, and then I'm going to make a case for a PS4, because our PS3 is actually kind of dying. And everything goes at the same time. We have to replace the TV because it's starting to go. And suddenly the PS3 is also going. I mean, there's only so much money in the world. This thing is going too. It's like, it's funny because every few years, all my technology starts to go. And now that I've been in a family way for like so long, why don't I turn the mic towards me? You know, does that sound any better? Because my mic was off, like pointed at the wall. Excuse me. Yeah, Wood Pigeon. I can't really afford a PS4 either, but you know, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. So, outdoor, what is your number one cooking method for in the bush? What do you like to cook? Do you have a go-to recipe? And how do you do it? So I would like to wait for PS5. I don't know when it's ever going to come out, though. Wood Pigeon, I've been working on my shop as well. I can't wait for you guys to see the workbench, man. It is so close to being finished. Is outdoor even still here? I just asked you a question, homie. I want to know about your cooking setup. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to cooking in the outdoors, I'm all about the meat, of course. Take pouches of instant potatoes or noodles for a side, but grilling be 1.5 inch thick pork chops is king. All right. You started measurements. Wood Pigeon, is that for a workbench? Simo's being a great big jerk, of course. So pork chops, eh? Bacon, yeah, of course. Serge and I have also been known to cook bacon in the woods and video it and put it on the YouTubes. We should do bacon again, Serge. Maybe this weekend we should do bacon. I don't know. Bacon. Oh, Zach is keeping it classy. I see 9x7 Wood Pigeon. You can do something good with a 9x7. That's not a huge workshop by any means, but you can do some stuff. That's not bad. What are the rest of you guys? What's your? Oh yeah, but outdoor. What do you cook on? Did you just do it straight over the fire, or do you have like some sort of stove that you like to bring? Yep, my mom's right. Bacon is so unhealthy, and yet it makes you feel so alive. I'm gonna prep my stuff here while we're talking. Good old bacon. The thing about bacon is, man, it's like I feel that in order to equalize all that caloric intake, you got to be really working. You got to be either building your shelter or, I don't know, hiking the back 40 or something, Because I got to tell you guys, I'm a little fat. And I don't like it one bit. Chinese copy of a small MSR with butane. You need something like this? One of these guys? With the, you crank it open, and then oh, there's a tiny little spark there. I haven't actually used this one yet. You see that little tiny spark? Little piezo. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that word, but there it is. Hey, Nick. Hey, Anthony. Man, the gang's all here. Hold on. Small MSR with butane. Yeah. You also got some free lumber. Nice, Wood Pigeon. You've done the caveman steak. You take a small stainless steel pat grill and you bushcrafted a 4-stick skewer. Good evening. Yes. Nick. One of Alfie's tips using 4 stainless steel pent tags and a Bunsen burner grate. Ooh. Hadn't even thought of that. Hey, Winders. Welcome to the stream, mister. All is well, Mr. Winders. We're talking about... Whoa. I almost left the site by accident. We're talking about our favorite cooking methods tonight. Pent tags, yes. Yeah, of course. Come on. Pent tags. So I have this tiny... This was like a $4 Chinese knockoff stove that you can, lay your pot on, by which I mean your cooking vessel. You bunch of nice Chinese workmanship there. That one doesn't go down properly. But anyways, so there's this little guy, which I haven't used yet. Wood pigeon. Interesting that you say buy that stuff on Wish, because today I got a kit of router bits for a to do a tongue and groove. I figure it's something affordable I can try out Wish on without throwing a lot of money at something, see if it's worth anything. So I'll let you know how that goes. Pint pegs. Now we're talking. You got a 2-inch and a 4-inch wood box. Oh yeah, okay, a twig stove. Yeah, what I don't have here, it's out somewhere under all the snow, is well, I made a video about it. I made a hobo stove out of one of those IKEA cutlery caddies. You know, just I cut a square out of it. So much use out of that silly little can. But if you're not worried about weight, I have a bio camp stove. It's been a couple of my videos, and I still, man, I'm not loving that thing. I haven't figured out how to get along with it yet, but I will persevere. I will persevere. Yeah, I didn't bring that over to talk about. Jess, just dropping the ball. I might have gotten this from Wish back in the day. I don't know. I don't remember where the hell I got it. I've never used it. My if I it looks more like an IKEA strainer. Okay. Yeah, wood pigeon Wish does that. I mean, these were actually pretty quick. They were a couple of weeks, but I ordered something off of Wish a long time ago, and it took like a month. Simone bought the twig stuff from GearBest. Oh, really? I'm just trying to keep up. Wood pigeon, which one did you buy? The twig stove from GearBest. I'd like to know which one that was. You have an IKEA stove, an S-bit stove, alcohol stoves, etc. We use them for boiling water, cooking eggs, and a skillet, but meat gets cooked over coals or fire. Yeah, this is my when I'm using a gas stove. This is the one I go for. I've got like a large Coleman, like a 2-burner for when I'm car camping with the family. But if I'm just sort of hitting the woods solo, this baby does me just fine. Good old Primus or Primus or however the hell you want to say it. Swedish goodness. Actually, I think this was made in China, but the company's Swedish. And as you guys know, I got a whole lot of Swedish in my bush gear. It comes in a little bag, right? Like it's a knockdown stove. I think most of this style of things. Showing my French Canadian there, guys. Sorry. Like it unscrews completely. So you just sort of throw it in the bag. You take it apart, you throw it in the bag. Although I have disconnected the wrong part. No, I didn't. It's fine. The first time I used this stove, I had never really done the gas stove thing. Like my dad had a gas stove when we were camping with him back in the day, but I was never the one to light it because I was always kind of afraid of the gas like exploding in my face or something. So this was my first one where I was solo and had this and hoping to hell that when I lit it, it didn't explode on me. But it did not because I'm sitting here talking to you. But this, I mean, it's definitely heavier than this Twinkie little thing. But so a good solid stove. I like it a lot, you know, and they're affordable as hell. They're like 20-ish. Hold on. Meat gets cooked over coals or fire. Now, Sal's just taking off, but he would be back soon. I want to go back. You bought your cook. That sounds like a pretty good cook kit for $10. So I got one of these. I did not buy the Joe Robinette one because that one's $40 US, and this was like 21 Canadian, I think it was. Okay. So that's just a real simple little rack because you need a simple little rack to put on 2 rocks over your fire or something. You need one of these. Okay. You don't need the Expedition Magic or whatever it's called, Expedition Research or anything. Okay. And I don't mean you also have to use this every time you go out, but it's good to have one in your pack for if you got a steak or something and you don't want to skewer it, you know? But the one weakness of a rack like this is it ain't got no legs. So you got to find either a couple of big, roughly equal logs or a couple of rocks or something and lay it over your coals. What I recently picked up is this. Again, I didn't go for like a high-end YouTuber endorsed one. This came from Canadian Tire. I have no idea what the American version would be. Maybe like Target or something. So that would be good for if you don't have rocks and stuff. Now, the thing is, do you really want to be carrying both of these around just in case? No. Absolutely not. And you know, you can cook a steak on a rock. You can cook bacon, you know, on a stick, as Serge and I so expertly showed you guys. Serge, where's your brother, man? How come he's not here? Dora switched from coffee to tea about a year ago. Something says you're a Joe Robinette fan. Yes, I am definitely a Joe Robinette. Well, not a fan, but he's kind of. There are a few channels I watch as sort of bushcraft comfort food. I like Joe Robinette a lot. He's clearly a really nice guy. He clearly knows his stuff. I get the feeling that I'm going to miss that dog of his. Where are we here? Maybe that's you should have got on as a guest some night. Have her tell stories for 2 hours about me growing up. No. Got naphtha stove, propane stove for camp. Had 2 naphtha solo stove that leaks and have to refurbish. I'd kind of like to try an old naphtha stove. I love those old implements, you know. You cooked snake on a rock before. I've never tried snake. I gotta tell you, I've never. Kind of don't feel the need to, but wait. Okay, Zach, how did that turn out? For those of you who aren't watching the chat, Zach says yesterday he made the rookie mistake of putting his finger in the path of the knife blade on the opposite side of the wood he was cutting through. Yikes! Outdoor, you got to get into Joe's vids, man. He's number 1 with a bullet. Where I can't get into Joe's vids is I cannot watch anything over an hour. I can't fit it into my day-to-day life, and some of his stuff has gotten really long lately, and I just can't watch it. You know. Yeah, Robin could tell some terrible stories about me growing up, I'm sure. So we're gonna move right the hell along. So I don't know how many of you guys carry a rack like this in your pack when you're out cooking. I want to know everything. It seems you guys are just more into insulting each other than. Anthony, man, a couple of stents at age 50. Robin, you know Colette, you know Robin. You guys have known each other for 30 years. Outdoor. The thing is, sometimes I watch Joe for the Zen factor. Like I can just sit there. It's like, man, there's a guy I always go back to who some of you may have heard of. His name is Ray Mears. I watch his videos over and over and over because it's comfort food. You know, I know every word. I know every philosophy he's espoused. I have watched that video where he and Pinnock Smith build that birch bark canoe a bazillion times thanks to the magic of YouTube. And I never get tired of it. I just zone out, man. I just sit there and watch. And to a certain extent, Joe is the same. Not quite. You know, he doesn't have the same. He definitely doesn't have the same production value, but you know, there's something special with the way Ray speaks to the camera. You know, I think you know the thing about Joe is that growing up Canadian, you always sort of grew up seeing yourself as America Junior, and this has changed for the generations below mine in a big way. You know, whereas you know a lot of you know the kids you know wouldn't move there for all the tea in China kind of thing. But so whenever someone from here is noticed, let alone you know internet famous or a success, you know I always feel the need to. No, I don't feel the need to do anything. It makes it seem like it's possible for us up here, and the world has changed for Canadians in such a big way over the past 30 years. You know, we're not a completely behind the scenes country anymore, but I grew up when you'd read the comics and at the back there'd be an ad for something like what were they, sea monkeys or something? And it was always like not available in Canada. Like that statement defined my childhood. So I still see things that way, you know. To me, when I see, you know, in YouTube, there are a lot of Canadians doing really well. You know, more than in any other field that I'm interested in. But it still says something to me when Joe Robinette gets 1 million subscribers. I don't watch every video. I don't watch anything over an hour. And one thing about YouTube is now that more and more people have those mid-roll ads, you know, where you're watching a video and then there's an ad. All that means to me is I've watched the beginnings of a great many videos. Because as soon as there's a mid-roll, I click away. I'm not going to reward someone for that. Maybe that's sour grapes because I've been so epically demonetized. You know, maybe when I'm back to being monetized, maybe I'll change my tune on that. But right now, I see a mid roll, I click away. Oh, let me see. Hold on, let me go back. Snake tastes like chicken, just like squirrel. Everything tastes like chicken. Everything does taste like chicken. Wood pigeon, I've definitely seen Joe's production quality has definitely increased. But the thing is, so has mine. You know, because I get off on the production value, right? I get off on on the cameras and like, you know. Hold on a second here. I just realized what's happening here. Let me just check one little thing. I'm having a technical issue, folks. So just give me 1 second to verificate. I do not fix this right now. I definitely cannot. Oh well. I'm using the wrong camera. How the hell did that happen? One of the things that I'm looking forward to in terms of switching up this computer is this one is really starting to, like, there's a lot of hiccups. It loses my like my mic settings and everything like all the time, whereas it used to be really rock solid. You put okay, hold on. Let me just go back. Robin, we'll see you next week. Robin will definitely be on one of these live streams because he knows a lot of shit. It's the British accent, you think? Zach, true, but could you imagine the looks Raindance would be making if his mom just no. The Northman vids are super. Yeah, those Northman vids are something else. They got a guy who. Oh, I just lost another button. I'll pick that up later. Yeah, those Northman vids, man. There's some magic. They're being done by a guy who loves getting the camera out. Sebs likes to put the pan directly on the coals. You're too cheap to buy better gear, but because it works, that's fine. AVE came up last week. I haven't checked them out yet, but I'm going to. I have a tab open with. It's just I really ran out of time last week because I had to practice for the St. Patrick's Day slaughter. Still a lot of not available in Quebec. Yeah, I know. Like anything you can win. Anthony says, growing up, they did a lot of night fishing. Crap. Somebody just said something and the conversation shot up. One of the favorite meals was pork and beans with chopped up hot dogs and onions cooked over a fire in an iron skillet. Nice. Yeah, LT, yeah. It's because Quebec has a law about not getting something for free, essentially. Outdoor is with me on the mid-roll. Yeah, sales. You should get a grill, but like this one, I think was like $15 at Canadian Tire. So it's not like a big money thing, you know, which is nice because anytime you can get something that would help you for not big money is good. Hey, doctor's here. Dr. Sharp, what's up? What's up? What? What's up, man? Not sure if my direction has gotten better, but my editing has gotten better. Your editing was whoops. Who's demonetized? Come on, me? What? Outdoor, I'm definitely not feeling well. Who the hell are snow camels? Poor Sarah's gonna start looking like a poor man. Not a sock monkey. A cake rack? I need a cake rack. All right, Dr. Sharp, see you soon. So, yeah, one thing I'm excited about is that I finally got one of these, as you guys saw in a recent video of mine. And the reason this is exciting is because this is an unlined clean canteen. So, what I can do now is boil water or whatever over a fire, or make some soup, or maybe cook up some beans. Maybe not with cut up hot dogs in it, but you know, kielbasa or something. I can do all kinds of stuff. Camille saw that video where I showed off the things I got and said that she wants one of these too, which means I'm going to have to buy one of these as well. This is going to get expensive, folks, because this was cheap as chips. These are not. This is like a $40 Canadian purchase. This one has not yet been used in anger over the fire, but it will be this summer. I'm looking forward to that. Just because it opens up the possibilities a bit, you know? What my go-to thing for cooking over the coals, like when it comes to soup or hot water or something, like aside from my 11 centimeter tea can, is my Morris pot. This thing has gone through hell, and it just keeps coming. Just keeps taking what I can dish out. It's a great. Now, there's one weakness to it though. I would love it to have been gradated. To have gradations on it. Whatever, 250 mil, 500 mil, 750. I think this is a 1.2 liter. I would have loved something like that in the side. It's just a real plain pot. This is the anodized aluminum, I think. Part of me thinks I should have held out for the stainless, but money was an issue when I bought this. It's a good pot. I would like to get one of those Zebra, the Billy cans, just to try that out in in comparison and everything, but I don't feel that I'm missing anything with one of these. And also, Moore's pot, named after Morse, because this was the pot. Well, this is based on the pot he had in his survival kit when he was in the Royal Canadian Air Force. In typical Canadian fashion, the Americans had to make it marketable. But yeah, my mom's right. A cake rack would have. I wonder what a cake rack is made out of, though. Because the thing about this being stainless is that it'll hold up to heat. This isn't going to warp over coals. I don't know what cake racks are made of, Wood Pigeon, start that series. I would watch that. The stainless steel Nalgene instead. Zach, do you have a link for that? I didn't even know that Nalgene made a stainless. Those keg racks are stainless? Okay, well, in that case, so those are Serge, try to find a stainless cake rack, probably at the dollar store. Wood Pigeon, there's a second vote for that series. I think you should do it. Absolutely. I'm surprised that Outdoor hasn't commented on my sagey beer yet, saying that it tastes like the wisps of flowers or anything like that. I think Outdoor is slipping on me here. But I also have a tripod, a cast iron tripod with a hook on it. Oh, which some of you guys have seen in videos as well. Because Says, was it the bacon video where we used that to boil the water? I like that because I like the old time aspect of that. It's a throwback to a time when there was no weight weeniness to your bush gear, right? People weren't trying to go ultra light or anything. It was like all there is cast iron or wrought iron. I think that was more like wrought iron. What is Zach talking about? Oh, the stainless steel Nalgene? Okay. Yeah, Wood Pigeon, man. Everyone wants you to do that series. You're going to have to do it. Wait, Zach is telling Outdoor that something is $30 Canadian. What's he talking about? Cake racks, oven racks, grill racks are all stainless to your knowledge. Yeah, I agree. Zach, Nalgene is a lot cheaper for stainless. Dude, if $30 Canadian for this size, that's like $10 less than this. That sounds like an epic ton of win. This is the 1182 milliliter, which is 40 ounces. To those of you who are either old or American. Yeah, chrome plated I wouldn't want to use over a fire. Stainless is fine. Chrome plating, maybe not. Zach, I'll take a look for that now on the Amazon. Wood Pigeon Man, Sandwich his sub. Now you got to do it. Okay, Outdoor, fair enough. Right, sage is fine. Chamomile and rose hips, no fear. I do not drink chamomile tea. That stuff makes me sick. Wood Pigeon says, why don't I look at the glass I'm pouring into while I'm pouring so that I don't end up gooshing beer all over the computer? Wood Pigeon has started it. He hasn't started filming. He spent $40, got a wool throw for a bottom layer, some nice knives, and a bunch of other stuff. 1 liter is fine, Zach. I shall now take a look at the link that the LT has posted. Boop. Space before the .ca. Good man. Oh, but I would have to I'd have to find a way to take that lid off though, right? Because it looks like it's like captive, and that'll just that'll melt. Hey, how many of you guys use that Stanley Adventure Cook set? I'm dying to pick that up to do a video on. It's plastic cups and a plastic tab on top, which makes me kind of like, eh. I'm talking about the 2-cup cook set, by the way. But even like their bigger one, it's still that tab on top of the lid. Still plastic, which seems stupid to me. Oh, excuse me, folkies. But that Stanley kit is so affordable, you know? Yeah, I remember that Wood Pigeon. Yes, outdoor, I know. Hey, Craig. We're just talking about cooking in the outdoors. I was asking the guys what they use. I was showing off some stuff. I've got like this little cheap Chinese stove. I have a Primus, you know, that 1 burner, whatever the hell it's, propane stove. Talking about how I finally got a fish mouth spreader so that I can hang my clean canteen over a fire and boil up some water and make some soup. Racks, right? 1 rack, 2 racks. And the piece de resistance is, of course, my Morris pot. And actually, I would love to know what you use for cooking. Some of the guys cook directly over coals. Some guys use a naphtha stove or whatever. There's a lot of twig stoves. Anyone who's been watching me for a long time has seen my IKEA hobo stove. I kind of want to make another one of those now. Now that my hand is a little more steady with the Dremel. I mean, there's no reason to make another one, so I probably won't do it, but kind of want to, you know. Well, Wood Pigeon, I have one of those 2-burner Coleman stoves that I bought off of somebody. I don't remember who at this point. For when the family and I went. No, not even. Why did I buy it? Oh, because the video where it was just Camille and I camping together. I bought it for that trip. Using that stove brought back all kinds of childhood memories, you know. I think a lot of people have really early memories of their parents cooking on a Coleman stove in the woods. Yeah, soup right out of the can. Yeah, just plop the can next to the fire or in the fire even. Yeah, I would do that. Open up the can, put it down on the coals. Cast iron, yeah. I would like to get a small, like just a real mini cast iron pan, something that I can pack along and throw on the coals. I think that would be ideal. I'd like to do that because I like cooking on cast iron. And I don't actually have a pan to cook on in my bushcraft kit. There's, a big honkin' pan in the car camping kit that I use with the family, but I'm not bringing that into the woods when I'm going solo, Anthony, you've got 3 Coleman stoves in the garage. Wow, okay. Make the dog carry that. I need to get a dog first. I definitely see a dog in our future. We keep sort of talking around it. Camille wants a dog. Well, here's the thing. Camille said she wanted a brother, a sister, or a dog, and we gave her a sister. So I kind of feel like we're off the hook on the dog. Walmart has a small outdoor man. You got to just start buying this stuff and sending it to me, because even if I'm paying you to ship it, it's probably less than I'm going to find it for up here, What the hell's a CL pan? From Lodge. Because Lodge makes fairly good stuff, doesn't it? Walmart.ca. Cast. Oops. Or cast iron. Trying to teach Camille how to say the word iron was very, very hard. Is it like a 6.5 inch? Whoa. Anthony likes the big 3 burner model. Oh, yeah. Okay. Outdoor, is that like the little 6.5 inch cast iron pan? Raindance, come shopping with me. I know how to get deals. Craig taking on the wildlife series, you would think. Walmart.ca. Here's a Lodge cast iron skillet, 6.5 inch for $16.97. That's actually not bad. Oh, there's a cast iron miniature skillet for $9.98, and this is in Canadian. Kanakistani dollars. Hamilton Beach, 12 inch enameled coated solid for $45.99. I'm not taking that in the bush. Oh, the Lodge cast iron Canadiana set. No. I'm going to show you guys. You guys have got to see this. This is the cheesiest of the cheese. I don't love. Hold on. Check this out, guys. Where am I? You wanted to get some titanium cooking gear for a while. Yeah. But you know what the problem? Oh, yeah, exactly. The heat just. I have the same. I used to have a stainless steel frying pan that had a real thin bottom to it. No. You got to have a thick bottom. Cast iron is just, it's just this like holistic organic heat transfer. It's just, you can't beat it, Sounds about the right size. Yeah. Maybe I should pick up that little $10 one. Where you live, there's 3 thrift shops. Man, I've got thrift shops around here, but there's nothing in it. It's all like costume jewelry and fur coats. Zach. You might want to be careful with modern cans around fire. Yeah. Wood pigeon is in the Oodaway. We're not going to get more exact than that. Facebook Marketplace also very good. Yeah. I sold a camera through the Facebook. My original video camera that I started with 5 years ago, I sold through the Facebook Marketplace last year. Or the year before, because I needed the money to pay for the camera I use now. Yeah, Zach. Big maple leaf. Pomp. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that one, that's for sure. Especially because it's $80. Thing is, like good cast iron costs. You can get a lot of really affordable cast iron, but like for good, like classic cast iron, man, you're not getting a $10 pan. Like for me, a small pan to take to the woods, $10. I'm fine with that, but like a real heavy, yeah, you can easily spend $100 on a skillet. So maybe I hate spending money at Walmart though. I really, man, I do not like Walmart. Anyways, I'm not gonna make any decisions about that right now. Hold on. Make sure that miniature pan isn't the 6-inch ashtray pan. Yeah, no. Mention mark on, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Don't forget the black flies. Black flies, little black flies everywhere. Was it always a black fly everywhere I go? You have a Hot Wheels collection you need to get rid of. You make your own maple syrup? Outdoor man. Canada is the first nation of maple syrup. In fact, Quebec is the first. I'm not going to finish that. Yeah, Macklemore, yeah. You guys are talking so fast. We take our maple syrup very seriously. In recent years, there was a maple syrup heist that was epic in scale. Oh, I think Craig just sent me something. I'm just going to see what Craig sent me. Craig, is that one of them wood burning cook stoves? Like one of those wood burning ranges? That's a nice collection of cast iron. Can I show this? Maple syrup and poutine. Maple syrup and poutine. Kitchen Queen cook stove. Man, I would love to live in a neighborhood that allowed us to burn anything aside from a pellet stove or gas. And B, I would love to have a rural house and have that be my cook stove. And you got to keep it. I guess you have to keep that stoked all day, like at least in coals or something, eh? So that it doesn't take forever to heat it up to cook in. And also, that would probably help heat your home. That must be pretty rough when it's 30 degrees out, though. But I still want one. Check this out. Check out this collection of cast iron, guys, hanging from the ceiling like it should be too. Yep, I like that. Yep, I like that. Heat and eat. Yep. Bum bum bum. Hold on. Kitchen Queen cook stove, 48-inch deck. Whoo. Simone, no, pellet stoves are not yet banned. I think they're going to be eventually, but or at least in my neighborhood, it was the only thing you were allowed was gas or pellet stoves, or like an electric faux stove. Which, come on. And it's disappointing because I had this dream of when I build the workshop in my garage, to have a little wood burning stove in the corner, on the weekend in January. Step in first thing in the morning, fire up the stove, put a kettle on, get ready to work. When we bought the house, that was like my dream for the garage. So finding out about the ban was very, very disappointing. I mean, I don't as someone with breathing problems, I understand why they've banned wood burning stuff, but I was like, yeah, we're gonna get a garage. I'm gonna turn it into a workshop. I'm gonna put a wood burning stove in the corner, and every morning I'm gonna be excited to go in. I like the quality of heat that a wood stove makes. If I lived somewhere where I was allowed to burn, I think I would want like a soapstone wood stove. They take a lot longer to heat up, but um, seems that they heat for longer. I think doesn't Wrangler Star have a? He's got a soapstone stove, I think. Yeah, it says you can still burn there. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Dr. Sharp's got some friends that heat with wood. My sister heats with wood. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they in their neighborhood, they don't have a they don't have a wood burning ban on. They're in a different city, of course. Um, Outdoor, you'll make an effort to bring some inexpensive axe heads, knives, draw knives, etc. I support you. Where the hell is that going to be? You can burn paper trash near your yard as long as it's not on Sunday. Not on Sunday. What? That's because it's like on the seventh day he rested or something. Start fire to boiling 2 gallons of water, 20 minutes. Simon was going for the dark side of things. No burning on Sunday. Seems weird to me, but anyway. You lived in Southern Ontario with your ex. You had a wood burning stove. Yeah, I like the idea of one of those soapstone. I'm pretty sure I remember. I haven't had time to watch a lot of the YouTubes that I usually watch. So I haven't seen Wrangler in a while, but I'm pretty sure that was a soapstone stove he has. Hardware being brought to the Quebec U.S. gathering. Nick, what did you miss? We're talking about the benefits of cooking on. I had said that I'd like to bring a small cast iron pan to the bush with me, and then we were talking about the benefits of uh, cast iron over fire, and then we talked about wood burning stoves because Craig, Axe Junkies, his kitchen stove is like his kitchen range is a wood burner. He did just mention it recently. Okay, I'll check that out. I'll check that out. Um, sure thing, wood pigeons. See you soon. Soapstone stove from Vermont. It's got to cost a mint, but I would love it. Yeah, the wood burning kitchen stove. Yeah. What did he say? It was a kitchen queen. Wait, hold on. I'm looking back. Kitchen queen cook stove. I'm gonna find a URL. That's not the brand name that I was looking at a few years ago when I was still dreaming. When I was still allowed myself to dream. I have this plan to win 30 million bucks and then buy myself a little, just a little cabin out where I can do whatever the hell I want. Oh, Craig, look at that stove. Guys, perchance to dream. Look at that. Of course, now you can't look at that because, oh, come on, camera. Jesus, Murphy, Holmes. Look at that. Whoa, whoa, so hold on. I just really lost the thread here. Hold on. Uh, oh, good night, Mom. Wait, hold on. Uh, Soapstone from Vermont. Yes, can't watch Wrangler Star anymore, but he did just. What is it that you can't watch about Wrangler Star anymore? I don't watch a lot of him anymore. Well, or he does a lot of videos that don't interest me anymore, so I don't watch those. But when he does something that I am interested in, not counting the past 2 weeks because I've just been too busy, I've seen almost nothing. But I still watch him depending on what he's depending on what the video is. I'm just making sure someone else hasn't just sent me a picture to share with you guys. Oh, Craig sent me a link to the Kitchen Queen cook stoves. There's no way I can afford that. Um, Everyone say bye to my mom. Hey, Austin. How's it going, mister? You have a friend that heats with wood. When anyone visits to grab an armful of wood from the pile and place it on the porch. Or can make a heat sink with chimney bricks. Fair point. Grandparents have a wood stove in the basement. Whoa! Girlfriend sat on it by accident last time we were over. Oh, Zach. Did she did it leave a mark? Hold on. Nick Adams, you're struggling right now. You're house shopping. You want to be rural enough to have a wood burning stove and at least a little bit of land, but you work at home and have to get great internet. Yep. Remember to lower the intensity of my screen. I'm keeping it pretty low. Hold on. Granted, this phone keeps losing all my settings. Oh yeah, my intensity is way up. What the heck, man? Weird. Thanks for bringing that up. What a nice stove. Um, Too much clickbait and lack it. Clickbaity titles, man. That's why I don't watch. I keep meaning to say Peter Hollins, but no, Peter McKinnon anymore because I find that he's sort of gone the clickbaity route with his titles, and I don't reward that. Angler feels he's the self-appointed voice for some undefined political group. It's not that undefined. He's a Trump supporter. I don't tend to. I keep my YouTube persona very non-political, so it's not the kind of thing that I, you know, talk about or judge people on as a YouTuber. But he is. I mean, he's very open about it, and so he's all, First Amendment or Second Amendment or whatever's the pew pew one. Um, let me see. Axe Junkie says that'll buff out. What did I miss? Hey, Tyler. What the hell did I miss? Austin, it's okay. Second Amendment, right. First is freedom of speech. The video of Wrangler start crapping on the benchmade bug out really ground your mind. Which video is that? I don't think I saw that one. Here's the thing. God, I don't. I'm not comfortable shitting on I'm not comfortable pooping on other YouTubers because I feel that in a certain way we're all on the same team. So I will very carefully say that he is not a big he's not as big an expert on certain tools like axes as he may see himself, though he does have a lot of knowledge. Um, Craig, if you think that he is as big an expert as he thinks he is, then I'll defer to you because, but I feel that, to a certain extent, you know, when you're up there and with that number of subs and stuff, and you become sort of an established YouTuber in our niche or the homesteader niche or whatever, I think that it can be hard to remember that you don't know everything, you know, because you become in some ways unassailable. Like if someone tries to connect to correct you on something, the fanboys just slap them down, you know. Wood pigeon, did those polar bears get your goods, get your garbage? Anthony says the soapstone stove that Wrangler Star has is $3,600 American. Hey, hiking deep, how's it going? $3,600 US is a lot in Canadian dollars. That's like a $4,200 stove. But when I win my 30 million and I buy the land and build a log cabin and quit my job so I can be a full-time YouTuber, a $4,000 wood stove won't be an issue because I'll be rich as stuff. Um, Hold on. Craig says he has a lot of subs and followers. Absolutely, and I am one of his subs and a follower. I am. Yeah, I enjoy his videos. You know, um, but I take his videos as a starting point rather than an ending point for interests I've had. Um, he definitely has an appreciate. He's got a good eye for a quality tool. That's for sure. And one thing that I've found refreshing is like when I first discovered him, it was like only made in America equaled good tools, but he also has a real appreciation for like certain made in Germany tools or certain British tools that has become clearer, which is good because it sort of shows that he's not knee jerk about like it's not a knee jerk patriotism thing. It's an appreciation for like a local business or a smaller business or a quality workmanship thing, and I share that. You know, I love stuff made by a few guys rather than stuff pounded out of an assembly line. I gladly spend the extra money on that when I have the money to spend. You know. Okay. Thanks to Outdoor, I now know what Craig was talking about with the buffing out. Man, I kind of wish I'd gotten that the first time around. Nick, he's very approachable and easy to watch and pulls people into the club. Yeah, absolutely. He's a bit of like comfort food, like what I was talking about before. The guys I watch because they're bushcraft comfort food, like Ray Mears and Joe. Um, I know the tone that I'm sitting in, that I'm that I'm about to get. I know I know the way he talks. I know his approach to tools, and I think you know, at the risk of getting political, his voting habits and sort of strident approach to gun ownership aside, he and his wife and his son seem like a really nice bunch of people. Like, I would adore them if I knew them, I think, you know? Um, all right, Simone, see you later. Have a good day at work. Whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're flying us up for an early fan party, right? Wood Pigeons had a busy day. I had a busy day because okay, those of you who just sort of came in, um, I gigged a lot this weekend because it was St. Patrick's Day and I'm in a fiddle band. All told, it was about 26 hours from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 12 hours of that was 2 to 2 on Sunday. So yesterday I stood in bed because I felt miserable. Um, Today I still kind of hated life, but not as bad. Like today I could get up and I didn't have to force myself to eat. So I know how it feels to have a very, very busy day. And during our gigs, during one on the Friday and one on the Sunday, we saw two epic breakups. Like epic breakups. And it was like two variants on the same thing, right? The girl saying, "Okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore, man. You're just too much of an asshole," or you know, you keep doing this. Like the total cliche, and the guy saying, "No, baby, I can change for you." You know, it's exactly the same. Two just livid women saying, "No, it's over," and like really publicly, really loud. Like I think a lot of relationships start on St. Patrick's Day, and a lot of relationships end on St. Patrick's Day, and sometimes on the same St. Patrick's Day. We saw a lot of that too, but you have a whole different view of the pub scene when you're standing on stage night after night than if you're, I guess, drinking at the tables. Oh, and on the Sunday at like it must have been 1:30 because we were getting set up to start playing. And the pub we played at, we played the upstairs stage and there's a downstairs stage. So I was at the bottom of the stairs. My wife was sending me baby pictures because I didn't get to see my family for 3 days. And this guy comes headfirst down the stairs, boom, and plows headfirst into the wall right next to my knee. Gets up and he's like, "Wah, wah," and he's like bolting for the bathroom. There's a guy next to me. He said, "Jesus, you all right there, buddy?" And he's looking at me and saying, "Gee, did you see that?" And I was just like, "That's St. Patrick's Day, man." Because I've done this for 15 years now. Um, but my fiddler, who is standing at one of the urinals in the bathroom, said that he didn't make it to the to the toilet stall. He started throwing up right in the middle of the bathroom. So I'm glad I didn't go into the washroom at that point. But, St. Patrick's, you end up with a fairly dark view of humanity if you do too many St. Patrick's gigs. You realize just how non-unique people are in many, many ways. Just add beer and stir, and everyone turns into the same asshole. It's just the name that changes. Um, Sales Belso says you did find that Wrangler Star was on occasion on his high horse and a bit on the religious. Yeah, well, he's an evangelical Christian, but I mean, I know that, I know how to deal with that. I agree though, but 3,600 is a lot in the U.S. Yeah, that's a lot for a wood burning stove. The one we have at Hunt Camp, like we're on our second one at Hunt Camp, but we just keep getting them secondhand. But we don't have a soapstone one either. So you remember when the video about how hard it was to monetize? Yeah. There's a thing, like when I was monetized, I didn't have any illusions of making $1,000,000 at this, you know. I'm still waiting to get enough subs to make the whole Patreon thing worthwhile, but that's really just so I can afford to throw more money into the channel. Zach, only made in America is a bit of a running joke. He has a couple of running jokes. I didn't pick up on the metric running joke on his channel for like the first couple of times. I'm like, dude, you got to get with the metric, man. And then I picked up on the fact that he doesn't hate metric, but it's like this running joke. Hold on. I'm missing something here. Whoops, I missed something. Wood pigeon, it's a lot in Canada too. Truth. Casually Extreme Outdoors. Hey, what are we drinking this evening? I am having a gruet. It's a sage gruet beer. Very sagey. It's made by Bose in Van Cleek Hill, Ontario. It's part of their Wild Oats series, which means it's an expensive beer, but it's pretty good. 5.7%, 600 ml. They call that a strong beer, but in Quebec, it ain't really a strong beer until you hit like 7 or 8%. Are you drinking something? Oops. Hold on. It's a lot in Canada too. Yeah, it's hugely expensive. Got to do your own thing when you head to New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans. My sister's been to New Orleans. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Hold on. Oh, I see. Meek Mill. Hey, how's it going? Starting a new place, you're going to be working 6 till 9, whatever time, and finish every day. 5 days. How was your day? Wow. What do you do, Meek? Wood Pigeon's relationship with Jill started on Tinder. Okay. Craig is right. Alcohol is just a personality magnifier. Absolutely. Oh, outdoor, you can't leave? All right. See you later. Whoop, 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 whoop. Anthony, yeah, I'll check out Layman's, but like I'm not allowed to burn wood in this in Montreal, so you know it's the kind of thing I am planning for when I have bank, so that I can build a log cabin out in the woods. Nick, yeah, the whole metric thing, yeah, man, I'm getting really behind here. Sorry, guys. The Kitchen Queen has a large firebox, large oven, warming oven, and 25-gallon water reservoir. Pay for yourself in 5 years. Yeah, that, man, I love that. That's a sexy stove, man. I love that kind of stuff. Wood Pigeon's been to Bose. Nice. I've only gone to Van Cleek Hill once, and I don't know why we keep turning to firearms. I went to a gun show in Van Cleek one year. I was looking for like a Remington, was it 700 CDL or whatever they call it, or like a Winchester or something, but it was all military stuff. Today, I would pick up a Lee Enfield number 4 Mark II in good condition, no matter what it cost. But back then, I was looking for something specific, So Hiking Deep definitely doesn't like Nolans. Nick Adams does like Nolans. Ladies in Van Cleek Hill are friendly country folk. Yeah, what is this thing with Loctite? That's another long-standing joke, but I think I missed the genesis of the Loctite joke. I think he probably got crapped on by a sub-freezing Loctite or something. Oh, Hiking Deep. I think it all becomes clear, but yeah, we're not going to ask. Oh, Wood Pigeon did ask. It's okay. You guys talk about that later. But I'm gonna go and take a look for that video he did about that stove, because I bet his soapstone stove. Craig, that Kitchen Queen, that was expensive as hell, though, eh? I work with a guy who, when he was growing up, they had one of those. It wasn't a Kitchen Queen. Well, he doesn't know what brand it was. There was another brand I was looking at it. I know it wasn't Kitchen Queen, but hold on a second here. I'm just gonna. Hold on one second here, guys. I'm looking for the wood burning stoves, ranges. I'm at Layman's. I think what I was looking at was Elmira. The Elmira Fireview wood cook stove. Like, I don't know what the difference between the two would be quality wise. Have I ever been to Plantagenet? What is that? You think Matt Wrangler Star made a deal with the Red Devil? Prairie Princess was maybe that was it. I don't know. Hold on, let me look it up. Prairie Princess. See if that's. Doo 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 doo. Wow, no, it wasn't, but nice. AmishCookstoves.com. I'm getting distracted here, guys. Sorry. These are friendly gyro starters as well. Red Loctite. You think? Hey, I thought Simone was out of here. Or am I just really late on the? No, I'm down at the bottom. Yeah. So I don't know what was. All right, wood pigeon. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. It's funny looking at all this like woods cooking stuff around me makes me like pine for the outdoors. Like, I don't pine for the outdoors 24/7 anyway, right? I don't know, Sash. What should we make this time? Should we do bacon? Should we do bacon and eggs? Should I swing by Walmart, pick up a small cast iron pan? Like, I'd have time, but what is Plantagenet, guys? Hey, Hiking Deep, what do you cook on when you hit the bush? I was asking what people's favorite like bush meal was, like what they like to cook the best, and what they like to cook on the best. Like, some guys have a go-to stove, whereas other people sort of mix it up. I'm just making sure I've kept up with. Yeah, I have Saturday. I don't have a car Saturday because the girls are. Camille's got a ballet class. Over easy powdered eggs as bush food. No, I guess what would you do? Boil it, just like boil up water and throw it in? That would be an excellent way to overcome my fear of blowing eggs apart in my bag. You like veggie chili cooked in a Dutch oven. A Dutch oven, man. One day. Because I have a cast iron Dutch oven, but A, I don't have wifely permission to take it into the bush, and B, it's not one of those with the lid you can put coals on. It's not like an uber traditional one. At one point, I'd like to get an uber traditional Dutch oven and do some. I would like to do a whole series on bush cooking. If I could ever get the time to be in the bush on a regular bloody basis, I would like to do an entire series, like a mini series. I don't mean like a whole year's worth of videos, but like 6 videos or 9 videos, or maybe have it like an occasional thing, every 3 or 4 videos. Bush eats with Jess Corbet kind of thing. Dutch oven cooking, frying pan cooking, traditional bannock cooking, or maybe do in the kitchen. Here make some pemmican. And then pack it up for use in the bush or something like that. Catchalake.com, Craig. I'm going to check that out. I shall now check it out. Boom. Cache Lake. Camping food so good you want to eat it at home. I'd heard outdoors enthusiast as well as an easy living vacationer. Let me see. Now, for limited time, free shipping on all orders over $40. That would not be available to me because I'm in Canada. Okay, bread, breakfast, entrees. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I haven't even opened this link, but I'm going to tell you I'm right. They're using entrees the wrong way. They're using entrees the way many companies use the word entrees. And here's the thing. An entree is what in English we call an appetizer. What most of my American friends call an entree is a main dish. Because entree is when you enter the meal. Because I speak French, I know this, and it bugs me when these companies and it really bugs me when Canadian companies do it, because we know better. So I'm going to click on entrees, and it's going to be like mains. It's mains. It's mains. An entree is an appetizer. All right, see you, Simo. Beef stroganoff. Oh, out of stock. Beef vegetable and gravy with mashed potatoes. Wow. If the food really looks like it does in these pictures, they're doing something magical. Prices aren't too well. These are American prices, but even in that, they're not too bad. Maybe I'll see what the shipping is like. If I can order a couple of things to do a video on. Wow, this looks like they know what they're doing, man. Look at that. The thing is, if your name is Cache Lake, cash is a French word. At least learn what the hell entree means. Let me see. Hold on. Zach. It's not Dutch oven when you fart in an enclosed space. Deep agrees. Prepackaged dry foods. Learn about camp food called wild edibles. Yeah, I know about Elmira 48-inch wood burning cook stove is around 6,000 US, so way more here, but that's kind of what I was expecting, Nico Trekker wood burning tent stove. Nico. Okay. I will look that up. I would like next year to buy a canvas hot tent and a stove to go with it. Nico stoves, wood burning camp stove for wild. Okay. These are like foldable, right? I think I've seen these. Oh man, guys, I have so many tabs open. I'm having a hard time finding the one with the um, 39s here. I'm showing that 39. Wait. Rodriguez. Noble thing to find yourself angry for, Jess. You're taking the piss. Thrive Life Canada for some shelf stable, healthy food. Good bush food. I wasn't political, Serge. That was cultural. Yeah. Far North Bushcraft did a cool little series on a DIY bookstore. Far North Bushcraft. Tried the fry pan, biscuits, and gravy. How was it? By the way, hi 39. How's it going? At Canoecopia. Oh, I would have loved to have gone there first of all, because I would like to get a Swift canoe, and they were there. Second of all, because I would love to have gone. Nick Adams understands my pain. 39. I'll watch that. I will definitely watch that. Oh, Craig sent a photo. Frying pan, biscuits, and gravy. So how was it? Did you say? You were cooking evening tastings. They were nonstop selling. If the shipping isn't too painful, maybe I'll order a couple of things and do some episodes on it. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a sage beer called the Astromancer by the Bose Brewing Company in Ontario. What are you drinking, 39? All right, Wood Pigeon, see you later. In fact, I'm just finishing it up. It's really good, but really sagey. Sage works well with beer the way like a lot of floral flavored beers don't, because sage is a really earthy taste. That's good to hear, Craig, because I've tried a few sort of backpackers meals, and not everyone gets it right. You know, I've been sorely disappointed by a few of them. Gin and juice. Okay, that's legit. 39. What's your go-to method for cooking in the bush, and what's your favorite bush meal? That's something I was asking some of the guys earlier in the evening. I keep looking at their own camera. Just seeing if. And Craig, do you eat a lot of these prepared like backpacker meals, or is it kind of a rarity for you? I'm just taking a look here. Excuse me, guys. 20 minutes left. Hey, have I buffered it all today? I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have brought it up. Oh, crap. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, sorry. Idiots have torn up my street again. No buffering so far. But hey, there's 20 minutes left. Maybe it'll buffer for the whole 20 minutes. I shouldn't have brought it up. Damn it. I'd like to make maybe a wax canvas. Doesn't have to be wax. A canvas or leather pouch for that. Probably canvas. I should really get a frying pan. What? Sewing machine. Just trying to pack my stuff up so I don't end up. It's messy around here, guys. Sure be's messy. All right, Hiking Deep. See you later. Breakfast, eggs, bacon, and potatoes. Legit. I actually used to make a lot of hamburger helper when the kids were younger. Was that like your camping food, or was it just something they liked to have at home, lunchtime or something? I don't think I've ever actually had hamburger helper. Which, considering the shit-eating, poor upbringing I had, doesn't make any sense. Serge, I used to have a really good sewing machine. I don't know where it went. And I need to. I still have that Velcro patch to put on my Hidden Woodsman pack. I'm thinking of just going to a cordonnerie, though. Whatever the hell a cordonnerie is. Or if not a... What is a cordonnerie? Shoemaker? Or like the... dry cleaner or something, Man, I'm tired. When I was 20, I could do some gigs. Get home at 4, bounce out of bed at 8, and be ready to take on the world. Now, I do a weekend of gigs and I'm done until Wednesday. Apparently, to put the Velcro tab onto my bag, I need a sewing machine with something called a free arm on it. Just at home, camping, staying over in the horse barn during country fair. We lived out in the country, so you lived in the country. Camping was more like sleeping in the backyard. Sounds heavenly. Yeah, but Serge, I don't want to hand sew it because I'm not going to get it as strong as with the machine, right? Like, I'm not talking about just putting a little patch on. Well, I've bloody lost the damn thing. Oh, here it is. This is the thing that I have to get on. This, whatever, But because I'm going to be, doing this a lot, this has to stay on the bag real strong. No, I'm not going to get the strength, that I need from hand sewing it. Chili for dinner. Yeah. Nick Adams, sleeping in the bag. Wow, Nick, that sounds great. Egg mess for morning? Is that like a sort of a mishmash of stuff? Like scrambled eggs with like peppers and bacon and stuff thrown in, or is it something else? And that's the breakfast of champions right there, 39. All right, Sales, you can stick the Velcro on for me then. Hey, Remove Kebab. How's it going? Have you been on the use braided fishing line to sew? That's strong. Is it hard to hand sew that? Hey, all of my my mods have gone home. Do. Braided fishing line is not a bad idea, actually. I mean, it's strong stuff, that's for sure. Because what I'd like to do is sew all the way around and then like do an X through or something like that, just to make sure that it's really, it's like it's not going to bubble up in the middle when I'm trying to take the patches off. Zach definitely used to know how to glamp. Craig used braided fishing line for chalk line. Really? Why? I couldn't see it absorbing enough chalk to be usable. Really? Spider wire? Anthony, what the hell's spider wire? Mine? Why, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It's by Roots, Canadian company. I don't think it's made in Canada. It's probably made in China. Everything is, right? But anyways. Serge has just sent me a photo to prove his point. Now, what part did you sew on these? The patches? Serge is quite good with the hand sewing. Bit of a Canadian cliche, though, eh? Practicing your hand sewing on hockey's goalie gear. Spider wire is fishing line. Okay. Craig says it holds just enough to see, but you can pull it very tight to overcome drop and wind on a roof. Okay, yeah, all right. It all becomes clear. Hey, Craig, you know those videos where you're doing, like I watched you make a mortise in a log and everything. Was that all part of actually building a structure? I don't remember, because the first time I saw you do that video where you were making the mortise, where there's a dog walking around or something. I don't remember what the context was, but I thought I remembered it being like part of a work site or something. Would love to do that. I would love to try making a big ass mortise with an axe. Oh, you actually made this, Serge? Out of pleasure? Out of pleasure. What? Out of pleather? I'm showing it off again then, because that's pretty damn cool. Damn, Holmes. Okay. That's good to know. Now I feel like a real bitch from complaining about my little patch. Thank you. Back in the day, you had time, right? I bet you that took some time. You know, it's funny because I'm going to be on paternity leave from late August until January. Makes me wish I had that wood burning range like Craig's got. You know, make supper every night for the family. Smell of wood smoke in the kitchen. Then we do like a Little House on the Prairie. You know, everyone sits down to supper, spends the whole time passing stuff, and nobody actually eats anything. Pass the steak, please. Are any of you guys old enough to remember Little House on the Prairie? Before I embarrass myself, I bet Craig's seen it before. It's like all the scenes that took place at supper time. It's like nobody ever ate anything. It's like they're talking, you know, pass the steak. Part of a timber frame warming house for the local skating pond. Okay. Yeah. Little House on the Prairie has recently found itself falling from favor due to its racist overtones because, you know, it wasn't ahead of its time. Whatever. I don't get political. I'm not going to go there, but. Now, how many of you remember The Littlest Hobo? That's just a. Wow. That's what you were building? Can I show this, Craig? Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow. It's a little hobo for you there, guys. Check this out, man. There's Craig making the mortises for these timbers here with an axe. Jeez. Man. What a project. Look at this. All wood. Man, you can't beat wood when it comes to the siding on a house, eh? Man. 20 by 39. 24 by 39. So it's not huge, but it's not small. A little pocket bellows action. Camille wants one of these as well, of course. No, it's not small, that's for sure. Like it's house sized. Must have been cool to see that thing finish, Craig. You know, like my first summer job for 5 years in a row was in carpentry. But I never got to work on a job site that was like empty ground to finished house. Everything that I was hired to work on was like a remodeling job or putting a skylight into a roof, like small jobs. Once during a re-siding job, the British properties out in West Vancouver got attacked by a flock of Canada geese over my lunch. Yeah, Craig, that's a really cool building. How many people were involved in that construction? Drafty Barn Boy. I will check that out later. I will check that out. 22:53. If anyone's got anything hugely important to say it now. I put all this cooking stuff away, and then I'm going to look at all those pictures of beautiful wood burning ranges that you guys have been so nice as to bombard me with during this conversation, during this live stream. I'll dream a little bit. Through 40 volunteers and 3 main contractors. Nice. It's a good crew. Were they like skilled volunteers or people from the community showing up with a hammer? Oh man, I am bushed, guys. Can't wait for the sleep tonight. For the sleepage. Nice. Yeah, that would have been cool. I find myself wishing that I could be involved in a project, but like I don't have time, like between family and work and YouTube and band, it's like just I can't take anything else on right now. And like it's funny, like I'm tempted to think, I'm gonna be on pat leave soon, but you don't end up with any time because you have a baby 24/7. You know, friends of Homerson's Pond on Facebook for the okay. I will check that out. I will copy that and where's my Facebook tab? I have so many tabs open I can't find anything, but I'll keep that. Yeah, Dr. Sharp knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. I think I wonder sometimes why well, I don't know. Alain, man, you're late. There's 4 minutes left. Where you been, man? Incidentally, guys, unlike the rest of yous, Serge and Alain showed up for one of my gigs this weekend, which was cool. And we didn't suck while they were here, while they were at the gig, which was also cool. Sometimes by the time you get to the Sunday night, the it's a war to see whether the band is more ragged or like the few people who are like, it's St. Patrick's Day, I'm not going home until the place is closed. But yeah. Wow, Dr. Sharp, really? 4 minutes? Four. Elaine, it just got worse on the Sunday. I'm just taking a look here, making sure I'm not, slipping behind on the conversation again. Yeah, I know, Doctor. I got that. Zach, I didn't even notice. No, weirdly we didn't this year, and I think it's because the city rejigged the occupancy limits. They really dropped the occupancy limits, so we didn't. At no point did we have to deal with the kind of crowds we've had to deal with for the past 15 years. So we weren't like constantly trying to sing over an endless roar, you know. 39 tent, but I have a hammock and I can't wait to try it. I've had it for 3 years and I haven't had the opportunity to try it. This summer is going to happen. And I'm very excited about it. I do need to get an underquilt for it though, and I kind of don't want to spend a couple of $100. So I'm trying to see if maybe like adjusting a really cheap like sleeping bag or something might be my answer. You 39? What are you? I think I've seen both on your Instagram feed, or no, not Instagram. Have I seen a picture of a hammock in some way related to you? Costco has hammocks now. Wow. Okay. 4 hours at a time. Yikes. So, Belsos, what was this beer spilling that you guys are mentioning? Yeah, Doctor Sharp, that is so true. My Hennessy is definitely going to be heavy to pack. The box it's in it weighs something. One tigress underquilt. Okay, okay, that I could probably do. One tigress. I'm just opening a tab so that I'll remember to take a look once we're done here. Oh, now it's 2,300 hours. Some middle-aged drunk woman spilled a beer in Elaine's direction. All right. I'm going to see you guys later. I'm going to ring the bell. Thanks for hanging out with me on this lovely Tuesday night. I'm hoping to see you guys next week when we'll discuss something else. I don't know what. But thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and I will speak to you guys soon. Cheers.